Well, happy Saturday to y'all. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday to y'all. Salute, salute, salute to this on Saturday. Salute, salute, salute. What is up with y'all today? What is up with y'all today? Y'all know some of y'all want watching the Texas and OU game. I'm not, and I'm from Texas. But shout out to y'all watching all the college football games today. Shout out to y'all doing that. Shout out everybody who are tuned into my show as well too. Shoot, June, I see you. I see you. So with it, Trey. So with it. We still on for tonight. Yeah. We still on. You taking Jay Z? All right, bet. We still on tonight. I'm gonna set it up. Matter of fact, I'm gonna set it up immediately after the Sun show. I'm gonna set the schedule up. What time tonight you want to do it? You want to do it at 10? You want to do it at 10 at night? But yeah, you can take on Jay. That's cool. I want I take Little Wayne. All right, 10 bet. All right, so everybody, later on tonight, me and Moneyboy Trey, we will be having a versus battle tonight. There's gonna be Jay Z versus Little Wayne. I will have Little Wayne. He will have Jay Z. So instead of y'all tuning into my lit Saturdays that I normally do, tune into the one of the versus battle tonight. All right. So it's gonna be lit. It's gonna be hosted at my house. Oh shoot. But yeah. So the club gonna have a versus battle tonight. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Cause it's gonna be live tonight, for real. It's gonna be live tonight. Yeah, it's gonna be on and popping for real in my house tonight. So y'all tune into that. But like I say, Trey, I'm gonna set it up on immediately after this. All right, I'll not set it up. Yes, all good, all good. But yeah, I wanted to get on here because I've been seeing a lot of people talking about this Ye wearing this White Lives Matter T-shirt, and I'm trying to see what the hell the problem is. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to see what the issue is. I mean, look, I'll show y'all. Just in case y'all know what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. This right here. So I'm just trying to figure out what's the issue. What's the damn issue with this? Because at the end of the day, to me, it's just a shirt. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't make my skin color itch because he's wearing it or Candace wearing it. So the hell's the issue about this? Yeah, June, people are still talking about this. People are still triggered about this shit, bro. I know I don't know why. It is not that serious. It is weird. Weird as hell. People are talking about this, talking about Candace Owens and talking about Candace Owens and Ye wearing this, but at the same time, they have no problem with people wearing this shit. I they don't have no problem with this. This is fine. That's fine. The hypocrisy of it all, that's fine. But what they wearing isn't fine. So please let somebody explain it. Like, why is this so serious? This is not that serious. This is some crazy shit. Mm-mm-mm. You want to know what's interesting about this, y'all, too? I was going to actually clap the hell out of this, too. You know what I was going to do? Instead of me wearing this breast cancer awareness shirt, I was going to go online to Amazon and order a White Lives Matter t-shirt purposely so I could do the show. But guess what? I couldn't. And you want to know the reason why I couldn't? Because I couldn't find no damn shirt on Amazon. I could find no shirt on Amazon that said White Lives Matter, bro. What the hell? But I've seen plenty of shirts talking about Black Lives Matter. Plenty of them. Plenty of them. So now you got to get a custom order. And I didn't want to get a custom order because they're gonna be charging like $20 to get a custom order just for me to wear it one time. The clout. I'm like, nah, I can spend my money on that bull crap. But there's plenty of Black Lives Matter. So I kid y'all not. I kid y'all not. If y'all were to Google right now, White Lives Matter t-shirt, I guarantee you ain't gonna see none. But if you Google Black Lives Matter, I guarantee you're gonna see a whole section of it. Amazon and everywhere has Black Lives Matter t-shirts. So even then, that should raise y'all suspicions up on that. For real. Like, what the hell is the problem? Why is this right here so triggering? Why? Why? Is it because it's Kanye West? Is that the reason why? Is it because of Candace Owens? Is that the reason why? Is that the reason why? It's so triggering. There's some people they say, they just clouding, to get the views and notoriety. I mean, if that's what they're doing, so who cares? But since this whole situation been going on, y'all, I've been looking at different content creators, and different content creators being triggered by this shit. They sit up here, they literally sit up here and say, if you're in my chat and you agree with Kanye West and Candace Owens with a White Lives Matter t-shirt, I'm gonna block you and you can just unsubscribe from me. Why? Like, why? Why? It's not that serious. It's not that serious. God damn. Did my crazy butt. You know me. I'm gonna find a reason to clout. So my crazy butt, I put a post about this a couple of days ago just to trigger people. Just to purposely do it. Just see what people are gonna say about it. Lord behold, people was triggered as hell off of this. Off of letters on the shirt. God damn. Yeah, facts, bro. They trolled everybody in the work. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. And people they wilding on this shit for real. Oh, Uncle, what's up with it? Salute, salute, salute. Hey, everybody, salute to my Uncle Pearl. Make sure y'all go check her channel out. She's more of a gaming platform. All right, so go check her out. As soon as she get her device come in for Amazon, please go check out her channel. She's pretty cool. Pretty cool. But yeah, I just don't I don't know. And another thing about this too, that to be honest with y'all, I do not like how the way they've been handling my boy Ye. They've been handling my boy Ye this way for years. So per time out that this dude has a mental disorder and everything, bro. And to be honest, just by me observing him and stuff, right, I don't see him as having a mental disorder at all, period. Now, I do see him being narcissistic as hell. Yeah, that's facts. That's facts. That's facts. But him literally have a mental disorder, I don't see that. Him having a mental disorder. But they keep spinning this narrative every time when Kanye does things right, that is outside the box, that is outside the social norm, they dub it as having a mental disorder. Every single time. When you go against the grain, you're insane. Man, y'all need to quote me on that. When you go against the grain, you're considered as insane. Like, for real. That's what people do. When you don't believe in what they believe in, there's something wrong with you. And I just find that odd. And another reason why I kind of purposely picked this right here for a reason. If y'all didn't know, I did that for a reason. Because to be honest with y'all, I said this before. I'm gonna say it again. I did lives about this and everything, and I'm gonna say it again. And I don't give a damn. This shit here, this Black Lives Matter bull crap, is some bull crap. I said it before. I'm gonna say it again. It is some bull crap for real. The whole entire organization is a bull crap. That whole entire organization literally use black people emotions just to get money from them, just to profit from them. That's what they did. They caused people to tear up they towns. They caused people to tear up businesses in the name of this organization. Not in the name of what was really going on, but the name of this organization. And let's be real. Let's be real, y'all. Let's be real. Let's be real about it. Can Irby be real with you? Hold up. Can Irby be real with y'all for one moment? Can I be absolutely real with y'all? I'm gonna be real with y'all. And when I say this, I guarantee y'all gonna be triggered as hell when I'm saying it. Y'all gonna be triggered as hell. That whole entire bull crap with the Black Lives Matter and they talking about that police brutality, I'm gonna say it. A lot of that stuff that happened was them dudes' fault because how the way they was reacting to it. I'll be real with y'all. People don't want to take accountability. People want to always be up in their feelings, but they don't want to discuss the reality of it. The reality of it, a lot of the situation that happened is because them people was up in their feelings because they was acting ignorant as hell. Making a simple stop turn into something big. It was just a simple traffic citation that turned big. And the reason why these dudes and stuff was acting the way they were, because the dudes had warrants and stuff, had priors. And they knew they was going to go to jail. And so instead of them doing a sensible thing and go ahead and deal with whatever type of one thing that you did and just go to jail and chill. Go to court. Go to your due diligence through the system. Instead, they want to act ignorant as hell. And by their reaction, it created this whole debacle where we got right now, which is this Black Lives Matter bull crap. How the whole entire world triggered off of some stupid stuff. And I've been saying this for years. Been saying it. And now here we are. Here we are right now, getting all mad as hell because of this. Why lives matter? I mean, help me to understand this, y'all. Help me to understand this. Since when is one quote unquote group or race of people is more important than another? If that's where we want to go with this. Since when is one group or race of people is more important than another? Because to my understanding, all this is just a color, a pigmentation of my skin that I was born with. That's because I was born with this certain pigmentation of my skin. That doesn't define who I am. It does not define who I am. Likewise, for any other people who are on this planet, just because they have a certain pigmentation of their skin color, that doesn't define who they are. It is their character who defines who they are. It is who they choose to be is who defines who they are. It is their behavior who defines who they are. Now, people like to label and say that, like Caucasian people and, or as y'all say, white people. Y'all like to say this all the time that, white people are racist and stuff like that. No, it's not their skin color that is racist. It is the character of that person that makes them racist. I have met a whole lot of racist ass melanated people that's racist as hell. In fact, be racist on their own kind too. If you don't fit part of the agenda, hence what we talk about right now, if you don't fit part of the agenda, guess what? They're going to act crazy as hell with you too. They're going to become racist over you as well too. And here's another narrative. Oh, black people can't be racist. We can't. Black people can't be racist. How dare you say that? We can't be that. Because we didn't even correct the system of racism. I didn't know racism was a damn system to begin with. First of all, being racist and being all these type of things, all these other things is a mental choice that you choose to be. It is a mental behavior that you choose to be. Just the same as being happy, just the same as being sad, just the same as being glad. All of these are different levels of mental behavior that a person chooses to be. Prejudice. All this is just behaviors that people choose to be. And it doesn't stop at just a color of a person. And that's the point that I'm trying to let y'all to understand. The color of the person don't define that. It's the mentality of that person. That's why I say I've met black people who resemble the same type of behavior. I done heard it. Even on this app, I done heard it. Well, black people are racist against their own kind. They have the damn audacity to say that since my skin is lighter or I'm from another said state or country, I'm better than you. You don't know our struggles. Like, what the hell? What the hell? Y'all make it make sense to me. I don't get it. It's some melanated people, as y'all want to say right now. It's some melanated people right now, some per going around and some per talking to us about the immigrants that's coming into our country. Which I get it. I understand. Things have to have a due process. I get it. I understand that. But there are some immigrants who are not illegal, who went through the whole process to become citizens of this country, right? They done went through this whole entire process to do what they have to do so they could be citizens of this country. And guess what? I done heard melanated people still talk to them and being racist, talking about you don't belong over here. You don't belong over here. You just coming over here taking our resources. Like, the hell? Like, you just own this whole entire continent. What the hell? And that's another, I'm going in today. I'm sorry. And that's another thing too. Sit up here talking recklessly as hell, right? And now one of them don't own no type of land whatsoever on this continent. None of them. I don't even own land on this continent. I have to literally still pay mortgage and taxes. I literally have to pay mortgage and taxes. I don't own the land that I reside in. This ain't my homestead. I don't even own this. None of us do. But we sit up here talk recklessly as hell as though we do. And to be honest, all of us, every last one of us, I don't care what color your skin is, your skin tone, whatever, all of us are considered as technically immigrants of this continent. Let's be real about it. All of us are considered as immigrants in this continent. Every last one of us. You could technically say that we are illegal immigrants on this continent. Let's be real. Let's talk about it. Let's be real about it. Because the original inhabitants of this continent, they was already here before our ancestors even got here. Let's have this accountability moment. Let's talk about it. There were people already inhabiting this continent way prior before our ancestors got here. Way prior before all the other settlers and stuff decide to come and invade this land. Let's be real about it. Then they covered it up by creating laws and statutes and stuff like that to deem them as being the purchaser of this land when they never purchased a shit about this land. None of us, until this day, none of us have a deed to this land. None of us. But we want to go and talk recklessly as hell about this. As though you own this mud. You don't own nothing here. You want to talk recklessly. Don't own the land. Don't own the homestead. Some of y'all don't even own y'all cars. And want to talk noise about this right here. Oh man, don't trigger about White Lives Matter because what Kanye did. I'm thinking more so is because of what Kanye did. Because I'm hearing more people talk more about Kanye than even about Candace Owens. Even about Candace Owens, y'all. They just talk down on this dude all over a damn t-shirt. White Lives Matter. I thought, sure, if that's what we're doing, I thought people lives matter, period, anyway, regardless of the color of your skin. Ain't that's not the reason why Martin Luther King did what he did? Ain't that's not the reason why Martin Luther King had his "I Had a Dream" speech where all of us could walk together in harmony regardless of the content in our skin, but it should be determined by our character? Is that not what Martin Luther King said? But we're allowing this to dictate to us. And people are really triggered as hell about this shit. So much so where they sit up here disowning their family members, they're disowning loved ones. I done heard people talking about that they're gonna pull up on people about this. You wear this shirt, I'm gonna pull up on you. They done made threats, they done made death threats about Kanye about this too. Again. They made death threats about Kanye before when he was the one that Mega had. Now they made death threats talking about him wearing a t-shirt. Like, what the hell can he do? I thought that we was living in a country where we're free to do whatever we want to do. That we're free to express ourselves however the hell we want to express ourselves. If that be the case, then why in the hell are we sitting up here threatening this man's life or any other people's life for a difference of opinion? Why are we doing that? Because I have a difference of opinion. You want to threaten my life. You want to do some stupid stuff to me. You want to put my family involved and you want to go and dox my house and fly drones and all this dumb shit because I have a difference of opinion. This shit crazy, bro. And it all, like I say, it all comes down to the behavior part about it. And what's even worse about it, y'all, is this: it comes down to the point that let's also have an accountability moment about this too. It also comes down to the point that the media is doing absolutely their job. Let's be real about it. The media is doing their job. As much as I'm cool with Kanye West and Candace Owens, they're doing their job. It's to promote an agenda. And some of y'all want to know, oh Lord, here we go. Here you go with this bullshit, talking about the agenda. But the agenda is this. The overall agenda is to constantly create separations from us as a people, period. And I'm not talking about melanated people. I'm talking about us being human, period. That's the overall agenda. It's to always have us separated. Period. Black people here, white people here, Hispanic people here, Asian people here, others there. It always have been the agenda, y'all, because I own government system, and any government system around this world, they do the same exact thing to every citizen in they said country. They do the same exact thing. Separate the people. And they do that for a reason, y'all. There's a reason behind that. They do the same exact thing. Like right now, we know that Russia and Ukraine, right? They're doing a war thing right now, right? But do y'all know that they're doing the same exact thing with Ukraine and Russia? That they was literally separating their people, doing the same exact thing. Oh, you are Ukrainian from the West, so us Ukrainian from the West don't fuck with the Ukrainian from the East. Like, y'all from the same country. Like, what the hell are you talking about? And they do this all over the world. This is a global thing that they do because the reason why they do it because it's a behavior thing. If they could control the people, if they could control the behavior of the people, then they could get people to do and believe anything. That's why they do it. And they do it so many ways. This is one of them. Then I'm pointing out another way that they do it, and I'm supposed to trigger the hell even more on some of y'all. Another way they do it is through religion. That's the second way that they do it. It's through religion. Religion is one of the biggest mental controlling system out there, besides racism. Got us all discombobulated about a one single being. Shit is crazy. And got this thing breaking all the way down. Christianity, Judaism, and all this other crazy shit. And we all we all co-signing that stuff too. And I'm just being honest with y'all. Now, like I say, I'm not trying to infringe on your religious belief system. This is my opinion. This is my perspective about it. Some of us who say that we're Christians, right? We can't even chill with a person who say that they're atheists. All because of the system, the mental system that programmed you to think that way. Instead of to understand that that person is no different from you. Person who believes in Luciferian can't chill with a person who believes in Wicca. Wiccan. Like, I'm just saying. When at the end of the day, we all are people, y'all. Period. When you die, guess what you're gonna be? That's another human who died. You're not gonna be no black human. You're not gonna be no white human. You're not gonna be no Hispanic human. You're not gonna be no Asian human. You're just gonna be a human who was buried 6 feet under. That's it. Here lies. And that's another thing too. Even on the grave and tombstone, they don't say here lies a black person named Urban. They don't say that shit. They say here lies Urban. Because at the end of the day, you're just human. And they know that. And you sit up here to spend your whole entire life believing in this crazy stuff. Now this stuff is a figment of our imagination. Shit crazy. And we all just fall for it. Fall for this shit. Fall for this shit. Hook, line, and sinker every single time. No longer chilling with your family and friends over some stupid shit like this. Over some stupid stuff like this, y'all. Damn. It's on some of my family members right now, y'all, that they don't chill with me, right? Because of my difference of opinion, which I don't give a damn. I don't. I really don't. Because of my difference of opinion. Because I see things differently for how do I see them. Because in other words, son, and I'm be real with y'all. In other words, I have freed myself from this system, this mental disorder that this world and try to make us be a part of. I free myself from that. Well, now I'm a free thinker. I think outside the box about a lot of different things. I sit back and I analyze situations and I come up with my own conclusion about it. And I make my own down choices and decisions about it. Even if it goes against the social norm. I don't care. Fuck it. I don't care. Who cares? This is my life and my journey. But yeah, still, even with me, I didn't have family members and friends and everyone. They just said, forget you, bro. If you don't believe what I believe in, the hell with you. I'm like, all right, bet. I ain't gonna cry over no spoiled milk. Go ahead. Go ahead, be a slave. Because I'm not. I'm free. I am free to do whatever the hell that I want to do, when I want to do it, when I choose to do it. But keep in mind this, y'all. Keep in mind this. Even though that I say I'm free, or even though that you believe the same way how I believe that you're free too, even though you're free, freedom do means responsibility as well too. Meaning that just because you know you're free, that doesn't mean that you're free to do stupid stuff, you know what I'm saying, that will harm yourself and other people. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. There is a certain level where what I go by is known as a moral compass, or even more so, it is known as respect. You respect certain things. Like, say for example, even though that I say I'm free, there are still certain laws of this land that I still abide by, and I do it not out of fear, but I do it out of respect. There's certain things I won't do, even though I'm capable of doing it, even though I can, but I don't do it out of respect. I do it straight out of respect, and that should how it be with y'all as well too. Where you do certain things right, you don't do it out of fear because you fear what's going to happen. You do it because you respect it. And some of these laws of this land and stuff too, y'all, it's connected to universal laws or universal principles as well too. If y'all didn't know that. If you do a certain thing, there's going to be a result behind it. It's always going to be cause and effect. And that's based on universal law and universal principles. If you do something to someone, guaranteed that it's going to come back on you. We call it karma. It's going to always come back around. Well, if it's good or bad. But think about it is that you do certain things, you do it out of respect, not out of fear. So even with this situation here, with this white lives matter bullshit, this black lives matter bullshit, why you would want to participate in this? Are you doing it out of fear because you think that some of y'all literally think that the law enforcement officers literally hunting black people and killing them and lynching them, which I have not seen? Doing it out of fear? Doing it because this is what's going to protect you? By wearing this? By wearing this right here? That's what's going to protect you? Y'all go ahead and get pulled over by the police one day and wearing y'all wearing Black Lives Matter t-shirt and see what happens. And you decide to act belligerent and stuff with that police officer wearing that Black Lives Matter t-shirt and see what happens. Oh, you can't do that to me. Sir, you was speeding, you was going 80 miles an hour. Who cares? Because Black Lives Matters. The fuck? So Black Lives Matter, right? But nope, only your life mattered when you sit up here going to speeding, almost literally, being reckless and stuff, almost literally running into people, right? Almost literally killing people. But Black Lives Matter. The hell with it. What the hell you talking about, bro? Or sis? The fuck? But like I say, and in my community post, right? I posted my community post that Candace and Kanye was right about the shirt, and they rightly so. Just as much as they say that Black Lives Matter here, white lives matter here too. Because at the end of the day, it's just a pigmentation of skin, and if we're trying to determine that as being a race or a people, if that's what y'all want to do, then yeah, people lives matter, period. Regardless of their skin color, whether you're black, white, or whatever. Yes, it does. It matters. It matters. So I think either you being programmed so much so that you think that only a certain amount of people lives matter, or you just crazy as hell. Just like y'all watching me right now. I don't care if y'all want black, white, Hispanic watching me. I don't care if people who watch this replay, black, white, Hispanic. I don't care if it's aliens from another planet. I don't give a damn. It don't matter. And I believe we need to start taking accountability for our behavior. We need to stop letting this media keep program us and programming a certain narrative without you doing your due diligence and your research about the real agenda about this stuff. Because like I say, I did so many lives talking about this BLM organization. So many lives talking about them. About Miss Coolers and her giving $1 million to a baby daddy. And this money that came for y'all dumbass. Donated to them. Buy $1 million houses. And matter of fact, Candace, the one who checked her. Candace, the one who pulled up on her. And she gonna sit up here and get scared over Candace Owens. Miss Coolers. Got scared over Candace Owens because Candace Owens pulled up to her residence saying, man, look, why in the hell you said that Black Lives Matter, right? In this organization, and you got $1 million house, so you sit up here giving your baby daddy $1 million and all the stuff there. That's funded through the organization. They're gonna play this song, Victim Role. I'm scared, y'all. Candace gonna do something to me. I mean, I can't make this shit up, y'all. I swear I can't. This shit wild as hell, for real. Kid y'all not. And some of y'all looking at this, y'all looking at my show, I'm like, what the hell? This thing to turn for the worse. You know what? Let me show y'all something. I think Melanie King that said it best right here with what Urban doing right now.
This went in a direction I was not expecting it to go.
Oh, I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet, y'all. I just actually clicked the end button by accident. But man, I mean, let's talk about it, y'all. Let's talk about it. Furthermore, since I got y'all here, let's talk about this situation with Kanye. All right, because once again, I feel that everything that they're doing in Kanye is some straight bullshit. I really do. But at the same time, We need to give the benefit of the doubt to see where the reason why Kanye do the stuff that we do, which we know why. It ain't because Kanye crazy. To be honest with y'all, Kanye is a genius to me. Kanye is a genius. This dude is smart as fuck, especially business wise. This dude is very, very intelligent. He's very intelligent, and that's what get people so triggered is because here's this dude that came out of the streets for where he was from, Chicago. This dude came out of the streets for Chicago and stuff, right? Hood nigga. Came out, did some tracks and all this stuff there, and he done revolutionized himself. And now this dude is on the same level of being a billionaire as Jay-Z. And this dude is brilliant. He know what he's doing. But they want to label this dude as being crazy. There ain't nothing wrong with this dude at all. There's nothing wrong with Kanye. So Kanye ended up doing an interview with Tucker Carlson, right? And I hope this they don't stop my live for this, but the hell with it. But he ended up doing an interview with Tucker Carlson and stuff, right? And I want y'all to listen to it. If y'all haven't heard this, I want y'all to listen to this interview he did with Tucker Carlson, all right? Sometimes it plays, sometimes it don't. If it plays, there it plays. If it don't, there I will do my thing.
Welcome to Tucker Carlson tonight.
It playing.
Kanye West, now known as Ye, is one of the best-selling musical artists in the world. He's also in recent years become a celebrated and very highly paid fashion designer. And of course, for a decade, he was well known to TV audiences as an in-law of the Kardashian family. But it's West's latest incarnation as a kind of Christian evangelist that brought us to his office in Los Angeles today for the interview you're about to see. Days ago, during Fashion Week in Paris, West, accompanied by his friend Candace Owens, unveiled a t-shirt that read simply, "White Lives Matter." The response from the fashion industry and international media was instantaneous and uniform. Shock, horror, rage. "There is no excuse for this," thundered the New York Times. "West is legitimizing extremism," shrieked Rolling Stone, etc., etc. What was strikingly missing from the coverage, however, was any...
I got the whole interview, man. I got it. This is it right here. I had to find another content creator to find it. So this is from another content creator. So since this other content creator is using this information, I'm pretty sure that I may not get flagged for this site. So let's go.
Explanation for why West did this. What was the t-shirt about?
Now, let me give y'all the perspective about this site. Now, some of y'all who got triggered about this White Lives Matter bullshit, that was the media's media way of triggering y'all so y'all could be on the side of everyone else besides on the side with Candace Owens and Kanye West. But the real narrative about what was going on wasn't because of the shirt. The real narrative was the simple fact that Kanye West was calling out the fashion industry. He was calling out the fashion industry because of some stuff that his wife or his former wife, Kim, was doing. They was doing some shady bullshit with him. And so he decided to go on Candace Owens' show and clout on it and call it out. Hence, this is the reason why they both was wearing the shirts. Fashion. The shirt represented the fashion industry. That's why they did it. But since people didn't know the whole narrative of the story, the media took it and spin it and made it to be something dealing with racism. But Kanye, he's going to explain this in this interview with Tucker Carlson. He's going to explain the whole entire thing in the interview what was really going down.
No one seemed to think to ask him, much less to listen to what he had to say. Instead, the enemies of his ideas dismissed West, as they have for years, as mentally ill. Too crazy to take seriously. Look away, ignore him. He's a mental patient. There's nothing to see here. But is West crazy? You can judge for yourself as you watch what we're about to show you. He has his own ideas, we can say that. Creative people tend to. That's why they're artists, not actuaries. His free-form social media posts give the impression of a man channeling his rawest emotions right onto Instagram. The effect can be jarring and is often used as ammunition against him in the battle for influence over the minds of America's young people, and that battle is intense. But crazy? That was not our conclusion. In fact, we've rarely heard a man speak so honestly and so movingly about what he believes. But again, you can judge for yourself. Here it is. So you just came from Paris Fashion Week, you just landed, and you have a lanyard still on from it, and there's a photograph on it. What is that?
Now, once again, like I stated before, and I'm say this again. This whole situation stemmed from this whole fashion industry because they had a fashion week there in Paris. Okay, that's where all this came from. All right.
It's a photograph of a baby's ultrasound.
Why is that? And that you designed that?
Yes.
Why? What does that mean?
It just represents life. I'm pro-life.
Boy, so you wear it on a badge. What kind of response do you get? And good, amen, I agree.
I don't care about people's responses. I care about the fact that there's more black babies being aborted than born in New York City at this point. That 50% of black death in America is abortion. So I really don't care about people's responses. I perform for an audience of one, and that's God.
I'm starting to see why they want to make you be quiet. When did you start to feel this way? When did you start to realize this?
I really felt like, I think I started to really feel this need to express myself on another level when Trump was running for office, and I liked him.
Yes.
And every single person in Hollywood, from my ex-wife to my mother-in-law to my manager at that time to, you know, my so-called friends / handlers around me, told me, like, if I said that I like Trump, that my career would be over, that my life would be over. They said stuff like people get killed for wearing a hat like that. They threatened my life. They put my life. They basically said that I would be killed for wearing the hat. I had someone call me last night and said anybody wearing a White Lives Matter shirt is going to be greenlit, and that means that they're going to beat them up if they wear it. And I'm like, you know, okay, green light me then. You know, God builds warriors in a different way. I don't know if it's because of me being born in Atlanta and growing up on the south side of Chicago that, you know, he made me for such a time like this. It's like with David, you know, he tended to the sheep, but while he was out there, he had to fight all kinds of animals. So when it was time for Goliath to come, you thought because he was a sheep herder that he didn't have the skill set to take down Goliath. And the thing that I have is the position, I have my heart, but the number one thing is we have God on our side. And for the people, even if you don't believe in God, God believes in you.
So you made reference to the White Lives Matter t-shirt, which you brought out at Paris Fashion Week.
Yeah.
Why did you do that, and what did it mean?
You know, I do certain things from a feeling. I just channel the energy. It just feels right. It's using a gut instinct, a connection with God, and just brilliance. You know, like as if you asked, like, Tanya Harding how she did the triple.
So yeah, so in other words, Kanye is literally telling y'all that he knew by him saying this right. He knew by him not only saying this but doing it right. He knew that it was going to create clout. It was a purpose behind why he did what he did. That's why he did it. He knew that, and he was ready to deal with that.
Triple flip or the triple spin. She was in so much practice that when it was time for her to skate in a competitive format.
Uncle, the 2023, that's an Easter egg. I'm just gonna throw it out there. I ain't gonna tell you what it is, but it's an Easter egg. He throwing out an Easter egg to y'all.
It just happened. Like it happened outside of practice. It happened in the real format. And that's what's happening. Is God is like preparing us for the real battles. And we are in a battle with the media. Like the majority of the media has a godless agenda, and the jokes in that work, and this whole like, oh yeah, he's crazy and all these things, they don't work because the media has, they've also watched travesties happen, just even specifically to me, and just watch it and act like it wasn't happening, and they stay quiet about it.
What if they?
I want to answer the white. Yeah. I feel like someone caught what I was saying, the comparison to Tanya Hardin about the White Lives Matter.
I caught
my
it.
dad is an educated ex-Black Panther, and he put a text to me today. He said, "White Lives Matter, ha 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 ha," and I said, I thought the shirt was a funny shirt. I thought the idea of me wearing it was funny, and I said, "Dad, what do you think it was funny?" He said, just a Black man stating the obvious. Yeah. And, my dad doesn't listen to rap music, and he's like super educated. We opened up a water distribution center in the Dominican Republic together. He's like the original Steve Jobs, but he was getting blocked every which way with all of his ideas, and he didn't have an endless bank account, and he didn't have an Instagram. So all these ideas, he had to like take them back and compress them. Like my dad is the most brilliant person that I know, and we actually have a strained relationship because I was taken from him, because my mom was an actress, so she was a liberal, and my dad would see certain things and say, we should do it this way, we should do it that way, and the people got around my mom and pulled her away, much like, Kim is a Christian.
All right, so let me give y'all give y'all the perspective for where's Kanye coming from. All right, okay. So y'all remember my series I've been talking to y'all, right? I talked to y'all about the series about the chaotic nature of modern day women, right? Y'all remember when I was going to talk to y'all about that, the chaotic nature of modern day women? So basically what Ye is talking about, right? He is describing the exact thing that was happening between his mom and his dad. His mom was in the industry and stuff, right? And so his mom had people that was talking in her ear, telling her how to do certain things instead of allowing her to make her own decisions about how the way to handle different things. His dad was going against the grain on that, saying that, hey, maybe we don't need to do it this way. Maybe we need to do it in a different sense. Because at the end of the day, all these people doing this, manipulating you and use you. So instead of his mom taking heed to the man, her husband, telling her how to move, she didn't want to do that. She acted like she resembled the behavior of a modern day woman. She went on and went with what everybody else was saying and did what she did. And this is the reason why he's making that comparison to Kim, because Kim was doing the same exact thing to him in his marriage. And this is the reason why their marriage was in the situation that it was in. It was because of all this stupid bullshit. They're talking about that Kanye set up her stalking her, he doing all this weird stuff. Kanye was only reacting to the things that was happening to him. That's what people got to understand. Whenever a man is going through certain situations like that, especially dealing with relationships with a woman, we only react to the situation that's going on because we're constantly trying to analyze it. We're constantly trying to fix it. And by us trying to analyze and fixing it as we go, it appears that the actions and the behavior that we're doing, it seems that it's insane and it seems that it's crazy, but it's really not. We're only doing what we naturally supposed to do as men, which is to be analytical, which is to see the situation and to rectify it, to correct it. That was all what Kanye was doing in this situation. That was what Kanye's father was doing with his wife in this situation, but she wouldn't listen. And so that's why Kanye is saying what he's saying.
But she has people who want her to go to Interview magazine and put her ass out while she's a 40-something-year-old multi-billionaire with 4 black children. And this is how fashion wants to, how they want to present her. So I know you give these questions, and I give you like these 3-part answers. Is this a cool format for you?
Yeah, I love it.
Following? Okay, cool.
And I am following it.
All right.
So you said that your father.
Oh, real quick, before I go any further, I see y'all in the chat. Y'all know how I am. Once when I'm going. But I see y'all in the chat. Ivan, salute, homie. Salute. Tall Stranger, what's up with it, homie? Salute. Runeshake, I see you in the chat too. What's up with it? Uncle, you know I would not you, girl. What's up with that? I'm mad. Salute in the chat as well too. Silas, what's up with it? Salute. Sweet Rita, salute. Lawrence, what's up with it, bro? Salute in the chat. Salute. Who else up in here too? Everyone in the bushes, salute to y'all as well too who are watching. What it do, y'all. Appreciate y'all tuning in as well, all right? So let's go. I've been doing good, bro. You know how I do. You know how I do. Oh, you said Texas smashing OU? Shout out to Texas doing this thing with OU. Do your thing, Texas. Bye, let's go, y'all.
Said when he saw the shirt White Lives Matter, it's great to see a black man stating the obvious. So by which I think you meant that's obviously true.
Yeah, that's my favorite response, because I keep on thinking, like, people, they're looking for an explanation, and people say, well, as an artist, you don't have to give an explanation, but as a leader, you do.
Yes, I think that's right.
So the answer to why I wrote White Lives Matter on a shirt is because they do. It's the obvious thing.
Yeah. Why do you think that's so? And I assume the implication is, of course, all lives matter because they're lives, because God created them.
Yeah.
Why do you think that would be considered controversial?
Because the same people that have stripped us of our identity and labeled us as a color have told us what it means to be black and the vernacular that we're supposed to have.
Hey, what Ye said right there, y'all, I hope y'all didn't miss it. What he said there was so powerful. Y'all. In other words, these same people, right, they literally sit up here and manipulated us. They literally changed our whole identity, our mindset, to literally think that black is a separate behavior. So now all of us think this way too. That is why we have what is known as hood codes and all this other dumb shit. That's the reason why when we see one of our brothers doing wrong and stuff, right, instead of us confronting him and trying to rectify the situation, we have a hood code. Oh, I'm not gonna snitch. Snitches land in ditches. But see your same brother still smacking the hell out of a woman. Thus, this is the reason why we have all this feminism group going on right now. Thus, this is the reason why our very own women is going against the grain and they have this chaotic behavior because of Negroes like y'all. Oh, I'm going to be real about it. I'm going to be real about it today.
My dad grew up as a military brat, and his family moved around, but they were based mostly in Delaware. And at the time, if they weren't the only black family, they were one of the few. And he would be discriminated against because he was black. So by the time he got into college, he would be discriminated against. He went to a black college, he would be discriminated against because they said he talked too white.
Yes.
And then he played the kick drum.
Bro, let me tell y'all this too. When I was going to school, right? Let me tell y'all this. When I was going to school, people used to say that to me all the time. They used to say that to me all the damn time, y'all. Because I was from the hood. I literally lived in the hood. But I was too proper, right? And it wasn't just because of my speech. It wasn't just because of my dialect. It was also because I sound intelligent. I was way too intelligent. And so they used to say the same thing to me. Oh man, you're way too intelligent. You need to be using ebonics. You need to be using slang. You're using all these big words that we don't even know what it means. And they used to belittle me about that, y'all. So I feel them on that, for real. And this was our own people doing that. Was no white people. Was no Hispanic people. Our own melanated people that was doing it.
In the band. So when he would go to the club and the music was playing, where would he clap his hands?
Yeah, for real. Say, for real. Oak Cliff, bro, for real. Them say, you know how it is in the hood, bro. You know how it is. You know how it is in the hood. But I was too proper for them Negroes, bro. And they used to talk about it all the time, especially at the school I was at. They used to talk about it all the time, bro.
Where the kick drum is.
Yeah.
So it's the opposite of where everyone else
Right,
was
exactly.
clapping their hands. And this is the most elegant and tasteful person that I know. And when my mom, when the school suggested, like the herding systems, because what they do is take the black community and they separate us, and they separate the families, and the educated, they push this, need for higher education, and us as blacks, we discriminate against each other and say, well, I got my PhD and you don't have your PhD, so I'm better than you. And so my mom, she had a PhD.
I got a PhD looking ass. And that's what we do, bro. That's what we do. Even as us, and I did a show talking about this as well too, talking about the crab in the barrel mentality, and for us being black people, melanated people. I talked about that as well too, that we have a crab in the barrel mentality, for real. We act like that's because we have degrees and all this other stuff and other accolades that we feel like that we better than everyone. Facts.
And she was influenced to move to the south side of Chicago and take this job at Chicago State University. And she told my dad, if you come for us, you'll never see him again. Because, the media ridiculed me for getting the house next door to Kim to see my children. And they even said that I was stalking her and her new boyfriend because I bought the house next door to see my children. And that's how I knew that my mom had said that to him. I said, Dad, they moved us to one of the most agreed upon to be one of the most dangerous places in the world. It's almost like they tried to kill me or something. I said, Dad, why'd you never come to get us? And
I want y'all to pay close attention to what he's going to say his dad responds to it, because the reason why is because this is what a lot of men deal with in these situations, for real. Like, for real. I'm one of them.
That's when he told me that she was told that. There's so many things that are put in Kim's head. They bring influencers. Like, no one ever knew where Corey Gamble came from. No one in the fashion world knows where Gabby came from. These people were practically made in a laboratory, in my opinion. And one of the things that they're really good at doing is being nice and being likable. And what they do is, for people that have some form of influence, whether it's an educated black woman like my mother that became the head of the English department at Chicago State University, or whether it's the most influential white woman on the planet, being my ex-wife, they have people that are around them at all times telling them what to be afraid of. It's like not
Facts.
what to do or say specifically, it's what to be afraid of. And if you have a person that isn't afraid of them, like a Russell Brand or Candace Owens,
right.
it's not that we have to agree
Right. No.
with this, but
They're not afraid.
They're not afraid to state what their opinion is.
Yes.
No one is God, and everyone has an opinion.
Now, what he's about to get ready to say, I had posted this in my community wall. I posted this exact quote what Kanye finna get ready to say right now on my community wall. So y'all go check this out and go share it, because what everybody get ready to say is real, for real.
So
After the commercial break, but all right, let me real quick, let me explain this. Let me explain what Kanye's talking about now. Kanye was talking about that he had moved closer to his own children and stuff right now. Ladies, I want y'all to understand that it is a method behind this, all right? It's a method behind the madness behind this, all right? The reason why Kanye had did this, right, it was because he was trying to stalk Kim and nothing like that. The reason why he did that is because he wanted to spend more time with his children. Say it again. He did it because he wanted to spend more time with his children. Ladies, let me reveal something to y'all too. Whenever a man say that they're done in a relationship with you, when they say that they're done, they literally mean that they're done. Meaning that they don't care nothing about you whatsoever. But however, if y'all end up procreating together, right, y'all have children together, that man cares more about his children than you. So therefore, as a man and as a father, he is going to do whatever it takes so he could continue that established relationship with his children. There are modern day women who knows this, right? And they will use that and weaponize that against that man. Therefore, they would do silly stuff such as try to move out of the state so that man can see his children. Not because there's something wrong with that dude, but because they have a certain hatred for that dude and they want that dude to suffer. Now, keep in mind, I understand that there are men out there who have mental behavior, who have mental disorder, who are normally narcissistic as hell, who are controlling, who are abusive and all that thing. And you're doing these things to try to protect yourself and your children. That's totally different. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But however, ladies, there are some of your sisters out there, right? They spitefully do this because they want to hurt that dude, because they felt like that dude had hurted them and they want to hurt that dude. They already know they can't hurt the dude because he'd already got over there. So the next course of action that they do is to use the children as weapons against that dude. And so they would do things like that. They'll paint this narrative. Oh, he just stalking me. He just doing this and that. No, he just want to spend time with his children. Do y'all understand that the system is the whole entire other system of the Office of Attorney General, Child Support Division, right? Do y'all understand that the whole entire system cuts the time nearly in half, almost about 50% in half of that dude spending time with his children? Do y'all not understand that? So when the dude received visitation rights, right? His visitation right is literally cut in half. It is divided between the mom and the father. Now, it's different. If that mom end up getting sole custodial rights over their children and you just got bare minimal visitation, it goes to almost literally 75 to 80% that child is there with the mom. And the remainder of the percent, the child is there with the father. So what men would do to rectify this situation is that they would do their best to try to be in the same vicinity of the children, just so they could see their child. That's why they do what they do. I do it. I could have left the whole state of Texas if I wanted to. But I chose to stay here because I wanted to be in the same vicinity with my children. So therefore, I'm always readily available for them if they need me. It's no different with what Kanye was doing. The only difference between me and Kanye is that dude had the money to do that. I don't. I'm not on that level of Kanye. He had the money to pick the house right next door. Like, hey, I'm gonna move right on here. That way, whenever my children, especially when they get older and stuff, right? Whenever my children get older, sure, they don't have to ask their mom for permission to come see me. They just walk across the street to see me. Same thing, my situation. My children older enough, they don't have to ask their mom for permission to come see me. They just come see me. They just pull up. So that's why I stopped this video to explain this to y'all so y'all can understand the situation, so y'all can get over this narrative that the media pointed out saying that Kanye is crazy, but it's not. He not. Trust me, he not. Bye. Let's go.
So a conversation like this is a window into a world that you don't see. So if you're familiar with West from the media, you think of him as an individual man. What you don't think about is that he is at the center of a battle, and people like him are at the center of a battle to get a message out. Mouthed by the lips of influencers like him and so many others, that extends a storyline on behalf of, well, in this case, the status quo. So there are a lot of people vying to make certain that people like him say the right things, and the consequences for not doing that are very severe. So for him to come out and say all lives matter, obviously, is a huge threat to a lot of people. Who are those people exactly? Well, we asked him, and he told us. That's next.
Yep. He feels suspended.
Something hard to do every.
Let me skip all this crap.
Create training templates.
Crap.
At my best.
Crap. Crap. Crap.
future of
Stop it.
seamless.
Let's get it.
On the show.
There we go.
But if you were to have, say, 18 million followers on Instagram and express unapproved thoughts, that wouldn't just be a problem for the people in charge. It would be a flat-out emergency. You are not reading the script, and you might lead others astray. You're an apostate. You are dangerous. You're a witch. And that's effectively where the artist formerly known as Kanye West, now called Ye West, finds himself tonight. He will not be controlled. In fact, in one of the most poignant moments in our exchange, which we'll show you in a moment, he was shocked to discover that after becoming one of the most successful and richest people in the country, he still wasn't free to say what he thought. And that changed his life, that realization. More of our conversation with West now.
There's a group mob. It's like liberal Nazis that will go up and attack you. Like I said, you know, everyone's like, Anna Wintour's your friend. I'm like, this Gabby girl and Gigi and these people, they would have never said anything negative unless they got the okay from Condé Nast, unless they got the okay from Anna. They would have never got the okay to comment. Like, let's just talk about specifically.
So these are people who are attacking you for your T-shirt.
Well, it was a setup. It started off as, them having this black girl comment and say, well, I felt traumatized when I saw this T-shirt. It's like this, a black girl saying, I felt traumatized when I saw a black man wearing something that he wasn't allowed to wear. It's like in Django when Jamie Foxx is on top of a horse and Samuel Jackson's like, you know, that black guy's not supposed to be on top of the horse. Okay. And then I went and said, hey, I don't like your boots. I know Anna Wintour doesn't like your boots and you're not a fashion person. And then people started to say I was a bully, but it was a setup. And they finally got it, right? Because I eliminated the BLM officer at Adidas. And then I got out of the Gap deal.
All right, let me explain this situation. All right, so he's there, right? He shows up with his shirt. A lady got triggered saying that he wasn't supposed to be wearing that shirt. She had got triggered by that. Kanye came back with the clap back, right? And said, well, shit, I ain't supposed to wear this shirt. You ain't supposed to be wearing them boots. He clapped back on her. And so it went from there to this dude, to this whole entire debacle of what he's talking about right now. And also, I don't know if y'all aware of this too. There's a narrative that's going on out in the media right now saying that the Adidas deal, right? They saying that Adidas is the one who was reviewing Kanye West's contract with them. Once again, there's a story going out there that's saying that Adidas is reviewing the deal that Kanye West had with them and stuff, right? But Kanye is saying like, nah, I backed out of the Adidas deal and all these other deals and stuff too because of what they was representing. I'm the one who backed out of it, not the other way around. So that's why he's saying that.
And just one by one, I've been winning these battles, right? And they thought they had me. They had the idea that Ye was bullying, what I think the liberal term is a body goals black woman. Now let's talk about Gabby and my good friend Lizzo. Lizzo works with my trainer, a friend of mine, Harley Pasternak. When Lizzo loses 10 pounds and announces it, the bots, that's a term for people it's like telemarketer callers, like on Instagram, they attack her for losing weight because the media wants to put out a perception that being overweight is the new goal when it's actually unhealthy. Yes. Let's get aside the fact of whether it's...
Oh, also, I'm glad that Kanye brought this up as well too, y'all. Is that this is true, by the way. They like the people that you see like that be engaging in like other content creator chats and stuff, right? Y'all do realize that some of the people that be engaging in the chats, y'all do realize that them are actually bots, right? That it's a third party company that literally have people who are bots that will go and invade these popular people on chats and stuff, right? To make it seem like they have more views than what they really are, or to have more people engagement than what it really is, but it's really bots. You know what I'm saying? So that's what Kanye is talking about. That whenever Lizzo was having, whatever type of debacle happening with her, they'll literally have these bots go and invade her comments and stuff like that, saying this and that or whatever to create a narrative. Therefore, the story get popularized through the algorithm where you as the regular viewer, you'll see that story, right? And you thinking that it's true because all these people are talking about it. But it's not people, it's actually bots, y'all.
Fashion and Vogue, which is not. Let's just, or if someone thinks it's attractive, to each his own. It's actually clinically unhealthy. And for people to promote that, it's demonic.
What can I ask?
Yeah.
I've noticed this also.
Yeah.
Why do you think they would want to promote unhealthiness among the population?
It's a genocide of the black race. They want to kill us in any way they can. Planned Parenthood was made by Margaret Sanger, a known eugenics with the KKK, and I believe that if we saw ourselves as
See, it's not a genocide of just the black race. You know what I'm saying? This one thing that I have to push back on. It's not just a genocide of the black race. It's a genocide of humanity, period. All right. This was the whole reason why they had the Georgia Guidestones to begin with in the first place, right? Somebody blew it up. All right. The whole purpose is that all the world leaders, they had came up with this crazy conclusion, right? They came up like, hey, we're running out of natural resources and stuff, right? So what we're going to do, we are going to come together and we're going to create this certain level of a genocide where we could control the population. It's not just black population, that it's people, period. Because they believe that if if we over inhabited this planet, then we're going to run out of natural resources. So this is the reason why all these people, pharmaceuticals, all these other type of people, even the food industry and stuff, right? Correct. All these things, knowing that it's unhealthy for us, they do it purposely so it could contaminate us, and so we could all die off, and it corrects this cycle where people are dying, that people are being born again, and all the stuff there. It's a cycle that's keep going and on and on and on and on. That's why they're doing it. And it's not about just black people. It's about humanity.
As a people and not a race, then we would treat our people better. Like if you go to a Jewish person and you say a race, it almost gets confusing. They'll cut you off quickly and say, we're not a race, we're a people. Well, our people are supposed to just say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud. Okay, well, what about, do you own the land that you're living in? Do you own, is the contracts even in a language that's even possibly understandable?
Right.
For your heritage, and in America, we as blacks will down each other on how good we speak, but we're speaking English. There's nothing whiter than English. We're not in our native tongue, actually. So we judge each other on white goal lines, not based on exactly what our culture is based on.
All right, so once again, let me once again emphasize this again. The whole point, it is not dealing with just a black race, it's dealing with humanity, period. All right. That's what it's dealing with. Now, those of y'all who are familiar, with the Bible or any type of biblical teachings or religion itself, period, and stuff, right? One thing religion was teaching about is based on the Genesis narrative. Now, y'all do understand that if we all were eating healthy, like doing everything right, we was eating healthy, we was sticking to the actual dietary things that we need to do to sustain life. Do y'all know that our lifespan will go up further than this? What's the average person who lives about up to about 103, 104? Do y'all know that our lifespan would double that amount, or probably triple that amount, if we were from straight out from the beginning, like the moment we was born and everything, and we was eating healthy and all the stuff there, right? Do y'all know that our lifespan will actually double or even triple because of that? But they knew that, right? And so they were saying, once again, all of them got together, they're saying like, hey, if we allow people to continue to live this long lifespan, right? We allow people to live this long lifespan, we're going to overpopulate in this planet. So we got to come up with a system to control this. This is the reason why in the Asian continent and stuff, right? Within China, Japan, and all that stuff there, they control how many people, how many children that they can have, for that very reason. For that very reason. That's the reason why. Texas 49-0. Shout out to Texas. Doing their thing. All right, so I'm going to skip all this to this more commercials. Hold up. I don't know why this dude decided to record these commercials like a dumbass. All right, let's go.
That was very positive, and the people around him were panicked by this. The last thing you could have is one of the most popular pop culture figures in America coming out for Donald Trump. So they applied intense pressure to get him back on the script, and apparently his wife was part of that. His former wife, Kim Kardashian, who West now learns had a very close relationship with the Clintons and people around the Clintons. He had no idea. His relationship with Trump, on the other hand, flourished, and he got a window into the people around Trump. And in this clip, you'll hear him assess what happened inside the White House. Very interesting. Watch.
It was interesting. A friend of mine told me that Chris and Kim had called him because he had influence inside of the black community. and had called him to say, to get him to influence people to take the vaccination. And I don't have opinion on that. I just want to state that as a flat statement. But it was wild that I didn't know how close.
He actually did have an opinion on that. He just didn't want to say it. You know what I'm saying? Because he knew that if he had said what he really wanted to say, it'd be on for real. About that vaccination and everything, it'd been on.
My own wife was to the Clintons. I didn't know, I didn't realize it at the time.
That you were married to her.
And well, I was married to her.
How close was she to the Clintons?
I mean, cell phone away, or hey, tell Ye to say this away, or hey, go out and use your platform to push the vaccination away. I mean, not away, but take the away part, but
Do you feel like at times you were manipulated by political forces through your wife?
Attempt manipulation. But yes, there was some manipulation. Me not saying I like Trump was a form of a manipulation.
For sure.
Yeah.
Why did you like him, by the way? You said you liked him early, like you saw him.
I mean, I keep telling this joke. If people say Trump was the first black president, I'm gonna be the first Latino president, because all the values, the conservative values just line up. Come on, man, Trump's the what do you mean? He has his own buildings. What are you talking about? He's like Ralph Lauren. Yeah, he made Ivanka.
You like Ivanka?
Yeah.
You wrote a post on Instagram about her husband today.
Yeah, I had a dinner.
Hey man, you bullshitting. I be jamming back that ass up on all the time. I don't give a damn what people done messed up with it. That's the same thing with R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? Even though R. Kelly did what he did, shit, I still jam R. Kelly. Fuck y'all. The hell with it. Sure, them nigga music be jamming. But also, y'all, this also proves my point why I've been saying on my shows about how the way these modern day women be master manipulators. So y'all be thinking y'all think I just say stuff out of my head. I'm just as genius as Kanye when I say this stuff.
With Ivanka, Jared, and Josh. And a couple days later, I found out that Josh Kushner had 10% of Skims, which is a line that I had developed with Kim. And I had a lot of issues with the imagery of Skims. I felt like there's a lot of imagery that was overly sexualized and things that I wouldn't want to see my wife and definitely not my daughters doing in the future in order to sell product. But it reaches another level when it's like, okay, well, this is what my wife is doing, and this is what she's doing for our children. But it reaches another level when her business partners are selling pieces of the company that they don't have to, because the company's already so successful and it's an internet-based company. So it's like they're really just selling off the company in order to create more relationships for themselves that are unneeded. It's like when I went to the Gap and with our release, they just they shoveled it out. I'm very cautious with my words. I'm really big on being able to have an adult conversation in front of the children. So I don't use explicit language in interviews especially. So I found out after this dinner that Josh Kushner had 10% of Skims and I had 5% of Skims. And regardless if, Josh Kushner figured out how to put $150 million, I'm sure it wasn't out of his own account, but $150 million, and I'm sure Jared still has a piece of that fund. Regardless of them putting that money in, for me to have been an owner in it and not known, just from a place as a creative where Skims is so based on a lot of the Yeezy ideas. Then it's based on all of the relationships in fashion, because I had to use my relationships in fashion in order to establish Kim in a way where fashionable people would say, hey, I'm down to wear Kim's line. And these VCs, they come in and they get a piece of it after the fact, and they run around and say they have ownership in it. So as I put on my Instagram, which, you know, luckily for everyone, they could just write it off that, you know, I'm crazy until they see my disposition in this interview, and then it's gonna get scary. I said, hey, Josh, what if I had 10% of Karlie Kloss's lingerie, shapewear, swimsuit line, and you have 5% of it, and you didn't know?
Facts.
How would that make you feel?
Be mad as hell.
And then after talking to them and really sitting with Jared and sitting with Josh and finding out other pieces of information, I was like, wow, these guys might have really been holding Trump back and being very much a handler right then. They love to just look at me or look at Trump like we're so crazy and that they're the businessmen. So when I think about all of these things that Jared, you know, somehow doesn't get enough credit for with his work, and what is it, his work in Israel or his work in Palestine, what is this? You know where he made these peace treaties? Where was that? Do you know the facts on this right here? So I'm like...
Well, I think that was between Israel and some of the Arab nations.
I just think it was to make money. I don't know, is that too heavy-handed to put on this platform?
No, that's your opinion. We're not in the censorship business.
Okay, thank you. And I just think that that's what they're about, is making money. I don't think that they have the ability to make anything on their own. I think they were born into money. And for me, as a maverick and a talent and a person that's been, you know, beat, kicked, lost everything, sad to have lost my mind, went from pull myself up by my boots don't have straps on them, but I say pull myself up from my boots to becoming a multi-billionaire that gets the price every year of my net worth goes down every year on Forbes. They just keep on slowly just taking it down every year. It's like really a weird thing. But as a person that has really built something from nothing, when I sit across the table from a Josh Kushner and he just feels so entitled to that idea, and this person has never brought anything of value other than so-called being a good venture capitalist, I have a major issue with that. And it makes me feel like they weren't serving my boy, Trump, the way we could have, because, you know, Trump wanted nothing but the best for this country. And it doesn't, like, Moses stuttered and saying God is not always going to bring the...
Yeah, this is the quote that I put on my community wall, by the way. Y'all can check it out.
Most perfect personality. A lot of times the most fake people, their job is talking and making people feel comfortable.
Yeah.
You know, and the realest people are going to make you feel uncomfortable.
Facts.
At first.
Facts. Facts. Big facts. Big facts. Big facts. Big facts. Let me speed this up again. God dang it. Let's start right here.
Weather West is crazy, as virtually every single media outlet on planet Earth claims every day, all year long. Is he crazy? As you try to assess that, ask, is what you just heard over the past 40 minutes any crazier than what you see on television every day? The lies, the lunacy presented to you with a straight face as reality? No, It's not. It's not crazy at all. He's a big thinker, though. We asked him about 2024 and what he plans to do, and also about Elon Musk. Here it is.
People with power try to make other people feel like they don't have any. My power is through God. So if someone ever says anything like, oh, you did a great job, it's praise God. It's funny, atheists love the term narcissist when you believe in yourself.
Right.
They say that it's narcissistic.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I love the
I have to say this too, y'all. Even though you know, I do interchangeably use the term narcissist, I even said that you know, Kanye West himself is a narcissist. But I have to also be honest with y'all too. Kanye West is not the only person on this planet who's narcissist. Kanye West is not the only person on this planet who resembles narcissistic behavior. In fact, I myself and every last one of y'all who are watching right now are narcissistic in your own way. Say that again. I myself, everyone else who are watching, even everyone on this entire planet is narcissistic in their own way. Because at the end of the day, let's think about it. At the end of the day, when it boils down to it, we want to have things a certain way, right? We want to have things a certain way. And all of us, including myself, would do whatever it takes to make sure that we have things a certain way. So therefore, all of us are narcissistic when you think about it. Now, I also believe that some people use the term to be narcissist or narcissistic. They use it in a way where they try to express mental disorders. Now, keep in mind, there is a chronic narcissistic disorder. Absolutely it is. Kanye West do not have no chronic narcissistic disorder. He's narcissistic, absolutely it is. But he don't have no chronic narcissistic disorder. Kanye West's narcissism is no different from me, no different from you. Because we want things a certain way, and we'll do to make sure that things will be a certain way in our life. That's all it is. And I wish people would give me a pushback on this so I could prove them wrong. All of y'all narcissistic as hell. Every last one of y'all, including myself. I'm just saying.
the dynamic of how you compare, you show that there's still humanity even with.
Yeah, man. Intelligence do make you be that way, make you be narcissistic, yes. Because the reason why intelligence plays a factor on that is because intelligence deals with you being a thinker. So if you're thinking about things right now, keep in mind that our whole nature as being human is to always want to create, okay? We always want to create things. Well, if we're doing that in a physical sense, which is procreation, or we're doing it in a, you could say, in a mental or even a spiritual capacity as well, too, to create. This is what we are designed to do as humans. We create everything, and intelligence plays a role in that. If you sit up here and rationalize a certain said situation or a certain said event in your life, you rationalize it and you come up with a conclusion that this is the certain way that I want this to be, that deals with being a narcissist, that deals with narcissism. And so you're going to do whatever it takes to make the situation be the way that you want it to be. Hence what I was doing earlier today when I was pointing out people who was going against the Why Lives Matter t-shirt. They want the situation to be a certain way, and it triggered them. Triggered them. It didn't trigger me because I don't give a damn because it doesn't affect my immediate reality. But for some reason, for other people, it affected their immediate reality. And due to their intelligence and due to their narcissistic ways, they want to have control of that. Therefore, that's the reason why they sit up here gaslighting Kanye. That's the reason why they sit up here while I'm doing all this other stuff. Even trying to censor him. This is why they're doing it, because they're narcissistic as hell.
The position that God has placed me in. Why did Moses smite the rock? Why did he get that frustrated? And
hell, everyone who's religious or believe in any type of religious entity is narcissistic as hell.
Just to be able to be gentle, to be more gentle. You know, God is alive. Look at this right here. Look at how quiet it is right now. It's only God. God is of order. The devil is of chaos.
That's true.
You know, we are. I wanna talk about my potential run for 2024 and Trump's potential run for 2024 and the beloved DeSantis potential run for 2024 and Mayor Suarez potential run for 2024.
Hey, by the way, y'all, when Kanye had ran from the last presidency, right? Guess who I voted for? I voted for Kanye like I ain't nothing. I voted for straight up Kanye. I didn't even vote for Trump. I voted for Kanye. I voted for straight Kanye West, for real. And it was on the ballot. I like Kanye West, hell yeah. The fuck?
And, you know, they thought Trump was a joke. For older white people, they're quick to classify a black person only by the fact that we're black. Even Trump, a person that's, you know, we'd consider to be a friend of mine, when I went to the White House, I called him after that to get A$AP Rocky out of jail. And one of the things he said to me is, you know, Kanye, you're my friend. When you came to the White House, my black approval rating went up 40%. And for politicians, all black people are worth is an approval rating. The Democrats feel that they don't owe us anything, and
Facts.
Republicans feel that they don't owe us anything.
Facts.
Blacks have never demanded something for our vote. And that's something
Facts.
I talked to Ice Cube about. What are we asking for? How do we change our life? If all of our organizations and all of our colleges and even our title as black was made by white people, all of our jobs, and Black Wall Street, Harlem after gentrification, there's never been a fully black-owned community where we have all the municipalities, things that Dr. Claude Anderson talks about. We need that. It's like 90% of America is not even developed. I'm not one of the people that go up and say, hey, I want to stop anybody from making money. The people that make money and the powers that be, I am your true Nikolai Tesla. And I'm not even a scientist.
What do you think of Elon Musk? Do you know him?
Very well.
Before you get into some thing about Elon Musk real quick, the only people who are preventing us from doing what we need to do is not the powers that be. It's not the quote unquote elites like we say it is. It's us. We the one who holding ourselves back. We are. Reason why we holding ourselves back is because we allow a systematic system to manipulate us into our lower self or our lower being, right? To make it seem like that we're not higher. That we're not quote unquote rulers or anything like that. That we always have to be the subject. That we always have to want to think with a peasant mentality. And then on top of that, we feel like in order for us to rise out of this peasant mentality, we feel like we have to appoint someone to do it for us instead of us doing the work on our own. That's the reason why we're in the situation that we're in. It's because of laziness, and it's because of being mentally programmed, mentally being hypnotized to thinking that you are lower than what you really are. That's the reason why. Had nothing to do with these people or powers to be, like I say it is. At any given time, we could change the narrative. Right now, we could change the narrative if we so choose. Just like what I said earlier, that we always there created things. It's in our divine nature to always want to create. If we make the choice up in our mind today, hell, I want to do X, Y, Z. Guess what's going to happen? You're going to do X, Y, Z. I guarantee that even like right now, those of y'all probably say this. After I get through watching Urban, I'm going to watch college football. Guess what y'all going to do? You're going to go watch college football right after that. And it's not because the powers of be control you to make you do it. It's because you made a choice and you decided to do it and you did it. Same thing with everything else. Like this whole bullcrap about Black Wall Street. Reason why there's no quote-unquote Black Wall Street is because of us. But when we make the choice, say, hey, I'm going to make a Black Wall Street at Oak Cliff, guess what's going to happen? It's going to be a Black Wall Street at Oak Cliff because we made a choice and we did it. We didn't wait on nobody to do it. We just did it. I'm just saying.
What's your take on him?
You said that because I said Tesla?
I did, yeah. It's just the first thing that popped.
And that everyone's always like, oh, Elon's got these answers. I think he's a great team player.
Let me forward this. But shout out to everyone who tuned in and watched me on this on Saturday. Y'all could be anywhere else, like watching college football. But I appreciate y'all tuning in to this. Appreciate y'all. We got a little bit more of this video. Then I will wrap it up. Maybe I'll do a part 2 of this. We'll see, depending on how I feel. Let's go.
Famous person decides to speak his mind. Very famous people can't have free speech. That's not allowed. And West discovered that when he initially decided he kind of liked Donald Trump. Watch.
I never actually told people that I liked Trump when he was running because I was bullied by Hollywood, because I stayed in Hollywood and people were like, think about your kids, and I'm trying to hold on to the marriage, so I'm just biting my tongue. Like, there's so many fathers and mothers that go to work every day and they're in a situation where they're biting their tongue.
Facts.
Because they think it will be better
Yes.
for
Facts.
their children.
That's right.
So even me in my position, I was biting my tongue.
Facts. That is a powerful statement too, because that's what people do. Like say for example, it'd be men and women who be in abusive relationships, right? And they know that relationship is abusive, and they know that relationship is toxic as hell. But they will stay in that relationship for the sole purpose of the children, so they'll put up with that. Some of us are in go to toxic jobs where you have a toxic as hell supervisor or boss or whoever the case may be, and you put up with that bullshit because you be thinking about your children, because you feel like that you need to stay there and put up with it because you need to make sure you have food on the table for them. And you'll put up with it. You'll put up with that bullshit. So yeah, what he's saying is true. Absolutely it is. Absolutely it is.
On my political opinion, because I thought it would be better for my children.
We've got a lot more on that and what it did to him as a man living through it tomorrow night. But first, our friend Jason Whitlock, the host of Fearless, joins us to assess what we just saw. Jason, what did you think of that?
Hey, Jason.
Tucker, I thought a lot of things, and forgive me for doing this, but I'm going to unpack all of this on my show tomorrow. Find me at youtube.com/Jason Whitlock. But listen, that's a man wrestling with his faith in God and wrestling with the fame that makes him money and makes him rich. And
Right.
so throughout that interview tonight, I heard a guy that's a devout Christian, and I heard a guy that is cursed with the disease of fame. It's undermined his ability to be a good father. It's undermined his ability to be a good husband. It's undermined his happiness. He wants to be a Christian, and the things he said about his faith and just wearing the lanyard with the ultrasound, all of that. I love that about Kanye West. It scares the heck out of the left to see someone like Kanye West, that popular, that influential, his skin color, that has those Christian values, because that's what's really under attack, his Christian values. It scares them. They don't want him to survive. They're using him. I'm going to make an analogy. Kunta Kinte and Roots. They got him out on a tree and they're whipping him. What's your name? And they want him to say left-wing liberal, and he won't say it. He keeps saying, I like Trump. I like God. I'm a Christian. And they keep whipping and slashing him, and they're trying to make this man bow down to the liberal orthodoxy, and they're doing it as a message to me and everybody else. If you don't get in line with what we want you to think, every black man, every heterosexual black man, every black man with Christian values, we will beat you into a pulp. Kanye's man enough to stand up. I wish more men were.
What does that do to you, to discover that you can be one of the richest, most famous people in the world and you still don't have the simple right to say what you really think?
What it does to Kanye is make him realize the importance of God and his faith, because that's the only protection you have. Again, the guy used the words that I believe. This is demonic. Everything the left preaches to black people: you should be overweight. You should kill your babies in the womb. You should embrace a negative culture that teaches you to kill each other and disrespect each other. It's a death culture. It's a genocide. It's demonic, just like Kanye West said. I hope he wins his battle with fame, because if he does, he's a very important voice, Tucker.
How can you say you respect someone or a group of people if you don't allow them to reach their own conclusions about the world around them? If you respect a man, you let him say his piece and you listen respectfully.
It's clear as day the left doesn't respect black people. We're being used as pawns in their demonic game that they're playing. And I know that sounds hyperbolic, but it's just factual. It's a death culture.
Actually, it's hyperbolic.
It's hostile to Christian values. You have to throw them all out in order to serve their political movement. You have to be pro-abortion. You have to believe in the matriarchy and the disruption of the nuclear family. If you're a person of faith, black, white, whatever, if you understand a biblical worldview, family is at the heart of all of it. And that's why Kanye is so devastated, because his family has been destroyed. His wife is eating from the forbidden fruit of feminism, the matriarchy, and the left's demonic culture. His family has been destroyed. Any person with just a layman's understanding of faith, of Christian faith, the family's at the heart of the structure. That's what God designed. This man's family's been ripped apart because his wife won't buy into his vision. She's been influenced by the Clintons and the Democratic left. These people have all been bought and paid for. This man is paying a heck of a price. I'm very proud of him. So I go back and forth sometimes on Kanye because, again, he's struggling with fame.
do.
He'll do some things that are inconsistent.
He do. He honestly do. Jason really do. He really do. So to be honest with y'all, I'm listening to Jason Whitlock, but just to be clear on this, the only reason why Jason Whitlock is talking about this is because he's sitting up here clout chasing this, because this is the popular thing to talk about at the moment. At the same breath where he said that he's proud of Kanye for speaking his piece about all these different things, Jason Whitlock will go against the grain and be one of the main ones who are champions saying that Kanye has a mental issue, a mental disorder. Sure will. And that does kind of remind me of something too. It remind me of how things are even in the YouTube streets and stuff, right? Where you'll have one person who's a content creator, right? They'll go out and they'll speak about certain things that are happening in the YouTube streets, right? They'll go out and speak about it. Then they end up getting all this clapback on it and stuff, right? Because they're only speaking their opinion about it. They get all this clapback. The next thing you know, they are getting cyberbully. They're getting doxxed and all this stuff, all these different things because they're not part of the narrative. They're not sticking with the script. In other words, you know what I'm saying? And that's what people like Jason Whitlock do. They'll sit up here when they see that the narrative is happening right. People like Jason Whitlock, they'll literally clout chasing, right? They're neither for or against. They're straight clout chase. They'll go wherever the story is going. Like if more people are siding with Kanye, that's where he's gonna go with. If more people are siding with the opposite of that, that's where he's gonna go with. Same thing then, you know what I'm saying, these YouTube streets. And more people are speaking about whatever it is that the content creator is talking about, and more people is talking about it, that's where they're going to go with. Likewise, others would go in the opposite direction of wherever they're talking about it. You know what I'm saying?
Consistent with his Christian values. But overall, is Kanye trying to be a force for good? Absolutely.
Yeah, he is, which counts. Jason Whitlock, thank you for that. Great to see you.
All right, so this is the end of this particular video. All right, so that's the end of this particular video. I don't know, I might do a second part of this where y'all can hear more about what Kanye West is talking about. I'll think about it. But the whole point of the show that I wanted to show to y'all today, if y'all get anything out of this, and y'all know how I am about my show. Even though I entertain y'all and I be giving y'all information, at the end of the day, I'm always about accountability and I'm always about solutions every single time. So the whole point that I want y'all to understand is that we should be able to freely express how the way we feel, and also, we need to be wary of when these different things like the media and different things like that try to manipulate us into thinking about a narrative. Especially when you see the media pushing it hard about it, you should immediately start thinking about that, like, hold on, why are they pushing this so hard? You should have the ability to think freely. You shouldn't just immediately jump on the bandwagon just because the media say so, just because you see people say so. Let me give y'all an example. I'm gonna give y'all a real quick example. This bull crap right here is the example right here. This is the example right here. A couple of days ago, this data app, right, Black Dated app, right, put this up, said no voting, no fucking. Had a whole video on this and stuff, right? And now, if y'all haven't seen this, right, go ahead and take a look at it. But I had showed it on my live a couple of days ago. Now, this is the case in point that I'm talking about. They want you to believe in a certain narrative that they throw out there without you even questioning it. They're not gonna. They don't want you to question about why they said no voting, no fuck. They don't even want you to question about how in the hell they got this narrative to begin with in the first place. Now the whole agenda of this, which it has multiple agendas with this, going on. The first obvious agenda is because this Black Dating app wanted y'all to go on there and participate on their dating services. That's the first part. And this Black Dating app know that when people go onto they app and stuff, right, they know that they purposely have that algorithm on that app to manipulate people to not look for meaningful relationships, but to go on there and straight smash. That's the first part of that. That's where they came up with this no voting, no fucking, because they know people doing that. They know people is using that app solely for that purpose. The second agenda on this is because of what they was talking about. I have to agree with Jason Whitlock on this, talking about the left. The second agenda is because they are pushing an agenda that they want you to accept people who are part of the LGBT community. They want you to accept people who are, who part of trans and everything like that. That's the reason why Saucy Santana was the main representative of this video. Not Trina, but Saucy Santana was the main representative of this video. So the whole video in itself is saying that either you're going to accept our agenda, or we're going to utilize this strong, independent black woman, which that's what Trina represents. It's a strong, independent black woman. Either you're going to accept our narrative, or we're going to utilize this strong, independent black woman to take away the very resource that helped populate this planet, which is procreation. And like I said on my shows, that the woman do controls sex. When a woman says no, guess what? That man is not going to have sex with that woman because he don't want to get locked up. He don't want nothing to happen to him. So that woman controls sex. She controls it. So that's why they was using that using Trina as the strong, independent black woman, while they're pushing this narrative with Saucy Santana saying that you need to support this. You need to support our agenda. If you don't support our agenda, then you'll be deemed as being not only not being able to have sex with the very woman that you procreate with, but also you'll be labeled as homophobic. You'll be labeled as transphobic as well too. If you disagree with this narrative. This is no different from the situation that's going on right here with Kanye. No different from this. This is no difference. And our overall message today, y'all, is that at the end of the day, none of this bullshit is real. This is fake, y'all. I'm telling y'all this is fake. I'm telling y'all that they want us to stay in this illusion. They want us to stay in this quote unquote matrix false reality. Thinking that we all supposed to be separated. We all supposed to be independent. When it comes from gender, like this situation right here, when it comes to gender, to coming to race as well too, that we all supposed to be separated, all of us. We're not human. How dare you be a free thinker? How dare you be a free thinker? The hell with you. Oh, you don't believe in Christianity, right? So you're an atheist, right? That means that you're demonic. You believe in the devil, when in reality, they don't even understand what atheism means. Well, long story short, Atheism just basically simply means that a person doesn't believe in organized religion. That's where it boils down to. They're not believing in it and they don't participate in organized religion. That's all it means. But they got demons being demonic, satanic, evil. So these are all the tools that they use against us, y'all. Racism, religion, gender. And this is the reason why I'll be using my platform to talk about this. I'll be talking about the behavior. The reason why I'm so strong and adamant to talk about the behavior of the modern day woman is because I know that the modern day woman has the ability to either create, or the modern day woman has the ability to destroy. And they're using and they're banking on the modern day woman behavior to destroy. And that's the reason why I've been talking about this the way I've been talking about it for the longest. It's because I want accountability. I want solutions. I'm not on here just to clout. But I honestly want us to take accountability for our actions and our behavior. And I honestly really do want solutions behind it too. That's the saying still does be saying it. But it's not going to happen if we don't do our part, y'all. If we don't recognize it for what it is. If we continue to constantly be separated. So they're fighting invisible battles and stuff, you know what I'm saying? To always cause us to be separated. Instead of understanding that we all people, period. Now, I know this is going to be something extremely extreme that I'm going to say, but I'm going to say it because I don't give a damn. Imagine if aliens really do exist, right? That's from another world. Imagine an alien race come and invade our planet, right? You know what them aliens are going to do? They're not going to invade us and kill us off. They're not going to look at you and say, oh, you're black, so we're not going to kill you off. But you're white, we're going to kill you off. They ain't going to do that. They're just going to come invade the planet. They're just going to kill everybody because they're going to, in their minds, they think everybody is the same. Everybody's the same. You're human. You're the same. So they're going to kill off everybody. When we deal with natural disasters such as hurricanes, tornadoes, and different things like that, right? When we deal with all that, right? Do you know that these natural disasters don't look at you and say, hey, you're black, so I'm not going to destroy your black area, but you're white, I'm going to destroy your area. Do you know these hurricanes and all this stuff don't do that? It just tears up everything. They don't give a damn about your color. It just tears it up. Because that's what it's designed to do. Just tears it up. Just boom. Doesn't occur. So with that being said, why are we allowing this system to manipulate and control us, control everything about us, our gender, our families, our resources, everything? Why are we allowing this? When we have the power to stop this once and for all. And I'm not talking about stopping it by us fighting against each other like some dumbasses. I'm talking about literally us, all of us as human. We have the ability to stop this. Stop this dumb shit once and for all. Because like I said, I'm personally tired of it. I am a husband. And I'm also a father as well too. And I don't want me living in my life the next thing you know I'm passing away, and next thing you know my children dealing with the same dumbass shit. What as they growing up to be adults, deal with the same dumb stuff. when there are solutions behind us, when it could stop once and for all. But it's us taking accountability. We need to accept some things about even ourselves. We need to accept accountability that a lot of us being manipulated and being controlled and being brainwashed into all this. We need to start taking accountability for this. We need to stop letting these media outlets and stuff control our mind. We need to start becoming more free thinkers like Kanye and see things for what it is. And do your part. And doing your part doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be radical with it neither. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be radical. You don't have to be no extremist. It's just simple stuff that you can do in your community and it'll rectify it. Simple stuff in your community that you can do. Now do all this extreme stuff. I'm just saying. Craig, what's up with it, bro? I'm just saying, y'all. So that's what I want y'all to get out of this at the end of this show. Is that just like I said in my community wall, I agree with Kanye and Candace Owens because white lives does matter. Just as Black lives matter. Just same as Hispanic lives matter, Asian lives matter. Everybody lives matter, period. As long as you are walking, breathing human on this planet, your life matters. Your life is valuable. It matters, period. Your life is just as valuable as anyone else. But it's up to us to get to that point where we need to start waking up. I mean truly waking up. I'm not talking about this bullshit waking up talking about oh, I'm woke, like black people woke. I'm not talking about that woke. I'm talking about literally waking up and seeing everything for what it is, for real. That you've been hoodwinked. You've been bamboozled. And just like I told y'all, and I meant that I am free. Because I think how the way I think, I do what I want to do. I'm responsible for my actions, behavior. Absolutely I am. I'm consciously aware of everything, every choice, decisions that I make. And I think about logically and analyze logically about different choices that I make now, more than ever. It's about time we get to that same point too, y'all. That we start thinking logically about situations and start freeing ourselves from all this. We start freeing ourselves from all this once and for all. And so you could really be free. And that's all I'm looking for on this show tonight. Well, it's not today. That's all I'm looking for today. It's for us to start taking accountabilities for the choices and decisions that we're making in our everyday life. Take accountability for it. Create reasonable and sensible solutions behind it. And move forward. That's as simple as that, y'all. But like always, y'all, at the end of the day, the choice is yours. Either you do it, or you could continue to be a slave. And to continue to be a slave and bitch and complain about things that you can't control. But choice is yours.